Here, they have asked us, ladies and gentlemen, to do what? They have asked us to make a payoff table for the problem. How will this payoff table look like, ladies and gentlemen? You can see number of crates sold here from our historical records. There are days we sold 100, there are days we sold 500. So then my payoff table, I'll have to copy from this. We have our payoff table, general structure. The general structure of a payoff table looks like this. The general structure of a payoff table. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we will have in our payoff table, we'll have our alternatives. We'll have our alternatives. We'll have our alternatives. We'll have our alternatives in our payoff table. We shall start right away with what here? With alternatives. So in this kind of a question, ladies and gentlemen, our alternatives will be our supply. Because supply is what we are in control of. So you're deciding between those quantities given there, how many units should we supply? How many crates of this milk here should we supply? So ladies and gentlemen, we can either supply here 100, 200, 300, 400, up to 500, like that. And then now remember that, ladies and gentlemen, here we have what we call states of nature. So states of nature will be what we are not able to control. States of nature will be what we are not able to control. So our states of nature, ladies and gentlemen, will be what here? Will be demand. States of nature here will be demand. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, then how do we get to really know the demand amount? So unless you're told otherwise, remember what you are told in economics is that supply and demand should always be what? Should always be equal. Remember what we are told in economics, demand and supply should always be equal. Demand and supply should always be equal. So the same demand figures that you have here are the same, or rather the same supply figures that you have here will be the same demand figures we should put there. So in that case here, we are going to put here 100, 200, 300, 400, and then we have 500 like that. So then, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is to have our cells. Where did I get this 100, 200, 300, 400, all the way up to 500? Where I got them from, ladies and gentlemen, is here. This is where I got them from. In this particular question that you happen to be having on your WhatsApp, they have told us number of crates sold. You can see from 100 to 500, right? So these are the ones that I've worked around to be able to get the supply and to be able to get the demand. So ladies and gentlemen, we can now read here. We are told Farm Products Limited produces and sells fresh milk. The milk has to be sold within 1 day. Otherwise, it will get spoiled. FPL packages the milk for distribution in crates, each carrying 20 packets of milk. Each crate of fresh milk costs 300 to produce, and it sells for 450, quite a good profit margin, 150 shillings per crate profit. Any milk not sold at the end of the day is given out free of charge to the workers. This is quite a bad policy. If you go, for example, to Brookside, whatever is spoiled can never be given to workers. If you introduce this kind of a policy, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, your workers will not have that desire to be selling. So if it gets spoiled, give it to third parties, but not your workers. Have other ways of incentivizing your workers, but don't give them this milk. If demand exceeds supply, we are told a special production of fresh milk is made at a cost of 400 per crate, at a cost of 400 per crate. However, selling price still remains what here unchanged. FPL sells the milk in multiples of 100 crates. We are told the table below shows the distribution of sales of crates of milk over the last 80 days. So they want us to give them a payoff table for this problem. So ladies and gentlemen, where do we begin from? Look at my first cell. Look at my first cell. First cell, ladies and gentlemen, here, what are the outcomes here? In the first cell, we have set aside, we have produced 100 crates of milk. That's what we have taken to the market. And then how many of them have been demanded? The demand is 100. That is what we call perfect match. So for perfect match, we shall end up selling 100 crates. If we sell 100 crates, ladies and gentlemen, remember that our profit is revenue minus cost. Our profit is revenue. Our profit here is revenue minus cost. How do I get revenue? To get revenue, we normally take price times quantity. Price times quantity. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we shall be selling 100, right? And each crate we are selling it for 450. How about the cost? The cost again will be on the basis of 100, But now remember that each crate, if you haven't forgotten, each crate is costing us 300. Each crate is costing us 300. So could you kindly give me this profit, ladies and gentlemen? Kindly give me this profit. Kindly give me that profit, and I hope you are able to see my board. I hope you are able to see my board pretty well. Kindly give me that profit. So remember the first sale, ladies and gentlemen, we have produced 100. Don't forget that each crate goes for 450. Please open up your eyes very well. Open your eyes very well. These are sensitive area. So Kigunda, Jerry Mwangi, they're giving me a figure of 15. My values are in shillings thousands. So the first one is 15 bob. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to remain mum for just a minute to see whether there is any student who will be able to give us a proper interpretation for the second cell. Let's see whether there is any student who will be able to give us a proper interpretation for the second cell here, for the second cell. A proper interpretation for the second cell. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me for the second cell. You can even unmute yourself. Or even on the comments there, you can simply go there and talk to us. For the second cell, what do you expect? Just disturb your mind. You're always better off disturbing your mind. Never choose the comfort zone. Never choose to be idle there as you wait for Mwalimu to tire out for you. No, no, no. Disturb your mind. Make your mind busy. Even if you don't get it right, so what? Even if you don't get it right, so what? Disturb your mind. Is there somebody who is going to give us an answer? Please try giving us an answer. Please try giving us an answer. You can see the argument that Mohammed Omar, or rather Omar, is trying to bring across, that here, ladies and gentlemen, we have supplied only 100, but the demand is 200. So according to Omar, we can never sell what we don't have. If the demand exceeds what we supply, then automatically we shall sell whatever we have, and then we disappoint some customers. That is Omar's thoughts. That's how Omar is thinking. Is there any other student who has some contrary opinion? You can see the idea that Njeri has brought here. Njeri tells us, ladies and gentlemen, that in this particular question, in this particular scenario, the examiner has made sure that we do not disappoint anybody. That every time we shall be able to meet whatever demand. If demand is more, we shall be able to produce this excess, which has been demanded there that we do not have at a higher cost, And we are told here, the milk has to be sold within 1 day. Otherwise, it will get spoiled. FPL packages the milk for distribution in crates, each carrying 20 packets of milk. Each crate of fresh milk costs 300 to produce normally and will sell for 450. Any milk not sold at the end of the day is given out free of charge to the workers. If demand exceeds supply, there is a special production of fresh milk at a cost of 400. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Omar. But please get this concept here, Omar, that in our case here, we shall never be disappointing anybody. Fine, here demand was higher. Demand was higher than what we had supplied, only 100. But in this case here, what this will mean is that we shall go back to the kitchen and make some fresh order to take care of this excess demand. However, at a little bit what here, expensive price. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, my revenue here will be based on 200 times 450. And then minus, look at the cost. The cost, we have the first batch of 100, the first batch of 100. This first batch of 100, the one that we had prepared ourselves with, this one we produced it at the lower cost. At the lower cost of what here? At the lower cost of 300. 300. Remember, I've put in brackets, I'm trying to get the total cost. Plus, we have got an excess of 100 that we had to move in to produce hurriedly, to be able to meet some shortage, to be able to take care of the excess demand. These are 100 that we have to fall back, ladies and gentlemen, and produce for us to be able to meet this extra demand. That 100 will cost us a little bit more. That 100 will cost us a little bit more. So this 100 will be 100 at what here, somebody? At 400. 100 at 400. Remember what they have told us here. I would want us to be very clear with this. I would want us to be very clear with this. Ladies and gentlemen, what they have told us here is that each crate of fresh milk will cost 300 to produce and it sells for 450. Any milk not sold at the end of the day is given out free of charge to the workers. If demand exceeds supply, a special production of fresh milk is made at a cost of 400. A special production of fresh milk is made at a cost of 400 per crate. So then could you kindly give me an answer for this? Kindly, for the second cell, give me an answer for this. Give me an answer for that. For the second cell, please give me an answer. So Kigunda Muniu is giving me an answer of 20 shillings. How about the other students? How about the other students? How about the other students? They're giving me an answer of 20,000. Thank you very much, Dennis. So we have here 20, my values are in shillings thousands. So then we have cell number 3, cell number 4, cell number 5. We have cell 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So could we kindly go to cell number 3? Cell number 3, can somebody talk to me about cell number 3? Cell number 3, what is happening here for cell number 3? So for cell number 3, I can see vividly what is happening. Myself, I can see vividly what is happening in cell number 3. Cell number 3, the supply is 100, but the demand is more. The demand is more. The demand we expect, ladies and gentlemen, or rather we expect a demand of 300, yes. Then in that case, I can see ourselves running back to the kitchen to make some order, in this case here at a higher speed, because we don't want to disappoint anybody. We don't want to disappoint anybody. So in that case, can somebody talk to me? Please try writing for me. What will be my sales? Remember, sales is price times quantity. I should take what here for the sales? Somebody write for me there for the sales revenue. I should take what times what, somebody, for number 3. And I would want to see everybody really discussing here. There are things, if I happen to know, I can never go wrong in advanced management accounting. There are things, if I happen to know, I can never go wrong in advanced management accounting. Please talk to me. Number 3, what do we have there? Number 3, what do we have there? So in this case here, they're telling me to come and take 300 units here because you have to sell to everyone times 450, but the costs are going to be 2. We have the normal cost. We have the normal cost of the order we had supplied earlier on of 100. And remember, the normal cost is going for 300. It's going for 300. Plus, we've got this other excess. You can see in total, we want to sell 200. So the 200 has to be at a higher cost, which is 400. And I can see somebody telling me that, Mwalimu, your answer will be 25. Your answer will be 25. Thank you very much. I can see students now who are really following. Yes, thank you very much. So could we kindly go to the next one? So next one, I expect you guys to give me answers because already you've gotten the gist of this. Please give me an answer for number 4 and number 5. Give me an answer for number 4 and number 5. Number 4 and number 5. Tell me what we have. And please ask questions because now we are tackling a very sensitive area. You know, a student who has ever done this will tell you these exams of yours will always zero in where? In CVP analysis, right? In decision making. And even CVP, when I look at your paper very well, I'm able to see the concept of what here? This multiple product chart. Break-even point for 3 products. For 3 products, for 3 products, for 3 products, something that I've really repeated here. And if it's decision making, of course, which is a different topic from this, they can give you CVP, 1 question, another question from this area. Yeah. And remember, these are those areas, if you miss out on the payoff table, then automatically every other thing now will be wrong. But if I pick in this case here, this concept nicely, then I'll never go wrong. So number 4, what do we have there? Somebody number 4, please talk to me. Number 4, Kigunda tells me 30. Number 4, Kigunda tells me 30. Number 4, Kigunda tells me 30. Mwende, I've never had you speaking to me. Mwende must be hating this Mwalimu. Mwende, I want to hear from you. Cell number 5. Cell number 5. Cell number 5. We have Jane. We have Jane Wamboi Marion. Thank you very much for diving into the pool and you got this correctly. But don't forget that our figures are in thousands. Our figures are in thousands. So please forget about the K. Forget about the K. Forget about the K. Forget about the K. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to cell number 6. 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 Cell number 6. Innocent. Innocent, I've also honestly never heard from you. Please try. I'm here to help you. I'm a good vessel who will tell me at the end of the day. Just give me a figure, even if you have it wrong. So long as you tried participating, trust you me, you'll understand the concept better than somebody, in this case, you decided to take a laid-back approach. Laid-back approach, you're waiting with do, and then you copy the answer, saying that you'll understand later. No, it's now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never. Mr. Omar, I hope you came back from prayers. Please try giving me an answer. Please try giving me an answer. For number 6. For number 6. Patricia, I know other days Patricia has been very active, but today Patricia, oh, she's saying she has network issues. Aha, Wamboi has thrown in something to the ring. Wamboi is telling us 30, but there is a gentleman here called Muniu who is very aggressive. He has also given us an answer. Muniu, no. Muniu has not given us an answer. Sorry, I think I saw my own things. Anthony Waweru is disagreeing with Wamboi 100%, saying that for cell number 6, it's a loss of 15. It's a loss of 15. Kigunda Muniu now has come up with the answer. It's a loss of 15. It's a loss of 15. It's a loss of 15. Is there any other person who has some suggested answer? Some suggested answer? Some suggested answer? some suggested answer. Mwende, thank you very much. Mwende does not hate Mwalimu, but she has a figure of 15 positive. 15 positive. Jane Jebet. We have two Janes here. We are lucky to be having two Janes here. We have another one called Jenny and Jane Jebet. Right? So Lokai has dived into the pool quite fast and given us negative 15. Negative 15. Let's now argue it out together. Cell number 6, what do we have? For cell number 6, ladies and gentlemen, what I have here for cell number 6, ladies and gentlemen, for cell number 6, I have supplied 200. And how many have been demanded? Just like, ladies and gentlemen, how I could go if I'm a fishmonger. I go to the market with 10 pieces, right? And then I get like 2 people wanting to buy. So if 2 people only buy, that is only 2 pieces, then ladies and gentlemen, what will happen is that I'm going to disappoint 8. This is what is going to happen. In this scenario here, we have taken to the market how many? We have taken to the market 200 units, but how many have been demanded? Only 100. So in this case here, we can only sell 100. When demand is low, you sell in this case here, lower, right? So I shall only sell 100. At what price? The price in this case, ladies and gentlemen, is 450. What happens, ladies and gentlemen, with these excess units here that were not bought? Excess packets of milk that were not bought, we are told that this company is exercising very good philanthropy at a higher level. They're giving their packets of milk which are unsold at the end of the day to the workers, So in this case, ladies and gentlemen, it's just like saying that these other 100 will be bought at how much here? Will be bought at 0. So that in total, we are accounting for what here? For 200. Minus the cost of, ladies and gentlemen, having supplied that, it will be the cost of supplying the entire 200. So remember here, there is nothing like going back to the kitchen, going back to our production room to produce hurriedly. Here we're only dealing with the 200 that we had supplied earlier on. At what amount here? At 300. At 300. Could you kindly confirm to me that negative 15 is the correct figure? Negative 15 is the correct figure. Please confirm to me that negative 15 is the correct figure. Negative 15 is the correct figure. Please confirm. Somebody confirm. Yes. Yes. So if you look at, for example, like the figures we got from Marion Wamboi, I'm so sure Wamboi must have taken 200 times 450. I'm so sure Wamboi must have done that mistake of taking 200 times 450. And yet, it is not yes. Thank you very much for coming for us through. So please go to number 7. Cell number 7 is a perfect match. Cell number 7, there is nothing to think about. Because here in cell number 7, we supplied 200, and how many of them have been demanded? 200. We supplied 200, and 200 have been demanded. So for cell number 7, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have. For cell number 7, this is what I have. For cell number 7, this cell number 7, we supplied 200. Demand is, so we shall sell 200 at 450 minus 200 at 300. So somebody is giving me what figure here? Cell number 7. Cell number 7, somebody is giving me 30,000. Thank you very much. So please, I expect you now to finish all of them, and then you give me figures. I copy. Please finish all of them. Finish all of them. And I expect you to be saying like cell 8 equals, 9 equals, so that you don't confuse. 8 equals, 9 equals, 10 equals. Give me figures. If there is a figure you disagree with, whatever we'll be having on the board, please again, take a step of faith and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not getting the same figure like you, without fearing anybody. This is not a service that you're giving to you for free. It's a service that you have paid for. Put us to task to explain, So you say 8 equals, 9 equals, 10 equals, and now speed is of essence. Jerry Mwangi wants me to do cell number 8. Jerry Mwangi wants me to do cell number 8. Look at cell number 8, Jerry. Cell number 8. What is happening in cell number 8? Cell number 8, we have supplied how many ourselves? 200. But how many have been demanded down there? 300. So the demand is more. So we have to go, ladies and gentlemen, back in this case here to our production and produce some fresh order to cover the excess demand, So then that means, ladies and gentlemen, that for cell number 8, this is what is going to happen for cell number 8. So for cell number 8, ladies and gentlemen, I'll sell the higher. So 300 times 450 minus our cost of production now will be 2 of them. There is a normal cost of producing 200 at 300 plus 100, because now we have to push up 100 times this cost of, ladies and gentlemen, producing more is 400. Let's see whether it will come to 0, Jerry, or 25. Can somebody confirm? So long as you understand this concept of what happens when demand is more than what we supply. When demand outstrips what we are able to supply, then we must go back straight away to our kitchen, production room, and then we produce afresh, but at a higher price, So in this case here, cell number 8 is 35. I don't know whether now, Jerry, you have been able to follow, or at times we could be wrong. You could be right. Try in this case here to give us your argument. We see. If you've understood, please tell us, I have understood. And let us not force you really. It's not about forcing you. It's about you understanding. So long as I'm able to know how I'm making my comparisons, like now here I'm comparing 200 and demand is more, 300. Demand is more, 300. So please go to cell number 9, 10, and move now with speed. Move with speed now, move with speed. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for you to reach cell number 25. So, ladies and gentlemen, the figures that I'm able to see here, the figures that I'm able to see here are which ones now? According to one Muniu here, this is Lokai. Kigunda from, oh, I can't see from cell number 16. So cell number 16, they're telling me it is negative 75, right? 17 is 30. 18 is 15. 19 is 60. 19 is 60. 20, cell number 20. 65, that is Lokai now. 65, cell number 21, negative 105, negative 105, negative 105, cell number 22, negative 60, negative 15, negative 60, negative 15, cell 23. And then cell 24, 30, 75. So 30, I'm missing out from number 9. I'm missing out from number 9. I'm missing out from number 9. Cell 17. Cell 17 is negative 30. Yeah. Please confirm that cell 17 is, I'll agree with this person. I'll agree with Kigunda. Also, Lokai has given me cell 9 as 40. So this has to be 45. Because I know there is a pattern they form. Yes. Thank you. So please go to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What do we have there? What we have here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Am I the one who missed them at the, must have missed some of them? No, I never missed them. They never gave them to me. So cell 11 is negative 45, negative 45. Cell 12, I'm being told is 0. Cell 13, I'm being told is 45, positive, positive. Right, thank you very much. How about cell 14, 15? Are they 50 and 55? 14 is 50. Lastly, 15 should be 55. Thank you very much. Now, my greatest students, could you kindly ask a question here? Is there any cell you would want Mwalimu to calculate its payoff? Is there any cell you would want Mwalimu to calculate its payoff? No. So please, let's look at the question now here. So the next question wants us to determine the optimal number of crates of milk that the company should produce per day if they use maxi-maxi. Very common in your exam. If they use maxi-maxi. So if they were to use maxi-maxi, ladies and gentlemen, maxi-maxi, remember maxi-maxi means what? Maxi-maxi means best of the best. Maxi-maxi means maxi-maxi. This means best of the best. Best of the best. This means best of the best. Maximum of maximums. And what I'm supposed to do is to come and create a column here for best. So the very best profit here is always the highest. For this particular supply, the very highest profit is 35. For the second one, the very highest is 45. For the third one, the very highest is 55. I'm only picking the best for each scenario, for each supply, for each alternative. The very best is 65, and then now we have 75. All those are best scenarios, but remember, they want me to give them best of the what? Best of the best. They want me to give them best of the best. Right? So then amongst all these, which one is the best of the best? It is this 75. This is what we call best of who? This is what we call best of the best, like that. That's what they call best of who? Best of the best. And if that is the case, then we are advising these people to supply. So the optimal supply, optimal maxi-maxi supply, optimal maxi-maxi supply equals 500 crates. Equals 500 crates. Equals 500 crates. That is maxi-maxi. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the last one here. The last one here is the Maximini criterion. Maximini. So for Maximini criterion, what do we have? For Maximini criterion, what do we have here? For Maximini criterion, for Maximini. I know that maxi is best. Best of who? Best of the mini. Best of the worst. Best of mini. That is best of who? Best of the worst. Like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, then what I'm supposed to come and do is to come and create a column here for worst. So we need to start with worst. So create a column here for worst. Create a column there for worst. Create a column there for worst. For worst. So for worst, we are going to each row, each alternative, selecting the worst profit will be the lowest profit. So the worst profit happening up is somebody, the worst profit here is 15, the very lowest. Normally we start with the second bit, the worst. So we have this one here, the very worst here is negative 15. The very worst here is negative 45. The very worst, ladies and gentlemen, is negative what here? 75. The very worst here is negative 105, the very lowest. So once I've been able to select the worst scenarios, then I'll come and optimize by looking at now this, the best amongst the worst. So the best amongst the worst, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have here? Best amongst the worst. These are all the worst scenarios for each alternative. So this is the best of the worst. This is the best of the worst. This is the best of the worst. So if it is the best of the worst, what does it correspond to here? It corresponds to 100 crates. So you're saying here that the optimal maximini, the optimal maximini alternative is to supply 100 crates. Is to supply 100 crates. Are we together up to there, my friends? Are we together up to there? Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Now, although they never asked us this, but what if they wanted us to give them the best? What if they wanted us to give them the best? What if they wanted us to give them the best on the basis of EMV, expected monetary value? Expected monetary value, what would have we done? Expected monetary value, of course, we would have needed what here? Probabilities. Expected monetary value, we would have needed probabilities. From this question, is there anybody who can tell us, what do you think should we do to be able to get expected probability, or rather to be able to get probabilities? What do you think should we do for us to be able to get probabilities, just in case we had an examiner who wanted us to get, just in case we had an examiner who wanted us to get expected monetary value? What do you think could have we done? Somebody talk to me. What do you think could have we done? What do you think would have we done? Of course, to get these probabilities, I would have used the frequencies. To get the probabilities, I would have used the frequencies 8, 20, 22, 8, 20, 32, I mean, 32, 32, 12, and 8. So can somebody give me this total frequency? Please give me the total frequency. We normally use frequencies to get probabilities. Yes. Add the frequency of sales, divide each frequency by 80. So they're telling me that the total is 80. 80. So then I'll come and talk of 8 over 80, 20 over 80, 32 over 80, 12 over 80, 8 over 80. So please give us figures here. Please give us figures there. Please give us figures. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So 8 over 80 gives us 0.1. This gives us 0.1. This gives us 0.25. 0.4. 0.15. Then lastly, 0.1. So now out of this, I should be able to get expected monetary value for them. I should be able to get expected monetary value for them. I have a very good book. My book I can rub. For your case, you can't do that. So come here, ladies and gentlemen, and give us expected monetary value. Expected monetary value. Come here and give us expected monetary value. So then what do you think are we going to do to be able to get expected monetary value for the first alternative? What shall we do to get the expected monetary value of the first alternative? And if you're careful, I'm not putting these probabilities and alternatives. We normally put probabilities along here. We normally put probabilities under states of nature, because states of nature are the ones you're not able to predict. We can state how many units we are going to supply immediately. I can say I'm going to supply 100. That one is within my control. These are alternate, but how many units will be demanded at the end of the day in the marketplace? That's an act of God. There is nothing I can do about that. 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 So they haven't yet answered me. They haven't told me what do they think will I do to be able to get expected monetary value. Expected monetary value. What I expected you to tell me is that we multiply. Thank you very much, Nicholas. Thank you very much, Nicholas. What they're telling me is that we need to pick not 100, not 100. Then it's not 100. It is expected profits For cell number one, I'll take the profit here times the probability, plus, times this, plus, times that, plus, and then I'll be able to get expected monetary value. So I can see Omar giving me, thank you very much, Omar, for talking to me. It is 24.5. It is 24.5. It is 24.5. Lokai got the same. So what have they done? They took expectations. They took this profit share times the probabilities plus, and then they got that 24.5. How about the second one? How about the second one? How about the second expected profit, expected monetary value? Expected monetary value, the second one. What do we have here? Somebody, second one. So in this case here, Lokai Elim tells me 30.5. Lokai Elim tells me 30.5. 30.5. Please move on with that spirit. Go to the third scenario. Go to the third scenario. Third scenario, tell me what are we getting in the third scenario? The third scenario. The third scenario, what are they getting in the third scenario? So the third one, somebody is giving me a figure of 26.5. Lokai here is giving me a figure of 26.5. Yes. Mengich got 126. I don't know whether that one is an error. Yeah, I can see she has really changed her figure very first. So 26.5 is the correct position. Anthony Waweru, please give me 26.5. Yes, thank you very much for confirming that. We have the next one is 6.5. And then now we have the last one. We have the last one. We have the last one. The last one, ladies and gentlemen, the last one. Or this 6.5 was the last, was it the last one? Was 6.5 the last one? No, Lokai tells me that the last one is supposed to be negative 19.5. The last one is supposed to be negative 19.5. Is that the case? Is that the case? Is that the case? So, ladies and gentlemen, having really gotten these expected monetary values, remember when it comes to making a decision, ladies and gentlemen, we normally go for the highest expected monetary value. Money is sweet. The more you have, the better. The more you have, the better. So amongst all these expected monetary values, the one where I'm expecting the highest, the biggest. So this 30.5 is what I work with as the best EMV. So implying, ladies and gentlemen, that the best or optimal EMV alternative is to supply the one that corresponds to this is to supply 200, crits, to supply 200 crits. Thank you. So there's a question that they brought to us some time back, and I can assure you, if there are any students who got this right in Kenya, they could not have been more than 10 in the entire country. Many students were not able to come up with a payoff table. You must have seen this kind of a question in your past paper. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are told here, question number 2, Maridadi Limited sells a wide range of high quality fashion bracelets. The manufacturer requires orders in advance, and once a bracelet has been made, it's not possible to place a repeat order. Further, it's not possible for delivery to be spread over the fashion season. When a customer places orders for a bracelet from Maridadi Limited, fitting is done and any alterations or adjustments are made, and the bracelet is collected a day or so later. The pattern of the sales of a comparable bracelet shows the following probability distribution, quite important, and they have even gone ahead to give us probabilities, unlike the other examiner who was giving us frequencies. Additional information, if the company runs out of stock, then not only is the profit not earned, but a profit of shillings 35 per bracelet that is derived from other accessories that customers buy is also lost. Should the company overpurchase, then it is expected that it will be able to dispose of the surplus bracelets at shillings 80 each. 3, the purchase price and selling price per bracelet is 130 and 210 respectively. The mean carrying cost per bracelet is 8. Required, determine the number of bracelets that Maridadi Limited should order so as to maximize expected profit. 15 marks. 15 marks. I can't remember the year, Dennis, but it is there in your past papers. So I want to give you like 10 minutes. We see what really you can do in this kind of a question. So now, ladies and gentlemen, at least one thing here is so nice for us is that they have given us the bracelets, number of bracelets here. So I'm so sure each one of us at least here will be able to get something. So they have given us the number of bracelets, 1650. Okay. This is a very easy question, Nicholas. You made me happy. So we are told here, number of bracelets. We have the supply. This is supply. So supply, we have 1650. We have 1800. We have 1950. We have 2100. And then demand will always be the same. 1650, 1800, 1950, and then we have 2100. So I'm so sure that each one of us drew this, which is really a great step forward, a great step forward. A great step forward. Thank you. So I would want us now to get payoffs for cell number 1. Cell number 1. Cell number 1 is a perfect match. Actually, like cell number 1, number 6, number 11, number 16, Those ones I can get them without sweating it out. Actually, that's what I do personally. When I start with this perfect square, 1650, 1650, I'll go to this, 1800, 1800, I'll go to this. So that we get, first of all, for the perfect matches. Okay, so cell number one, demand, supply 1650 and demand is 1650. So I'm going to sell 1650. So 1650 is what I will sell. Do we have the selling price? Do we have the selling price? Do we have the selling price? What is the selling price per bracelet? 210. Minus, of course, we have supplied 1650. So this 1650, have they given me, ladies and gentlemen, this 1650, have they given me the cost of procuring this? Have they given me the cost of, yes, Lokai tells me 130. But remember, apart from procuring them, we have some 8 shillings, which is the cost of holding per bracelet. So we buy them, would want to hold them. So things like rent. So they've been able to absorb that into how much here per unit? 8 bob. That 8 was forgotten by so many students. They've given us down here that question. They've told us here. Here, they've told us, ladies and gentlemen, they've told us, should the company, no. The mean carrying cost. Carrying cost is the same as what here? Holding cost, for those of you who remember inventory management. Yes. So that gives us how much here, somebody? That gives us how much here, somebody? No. Holding cost, remember, each item that you have, you must always do what here? You must always, ladies and gentlemen, holding cost, you must always subject it to holding cost. I know what can make somebody confuse this a little bit with something different is where we were doing the inventory simulation, if you remember that. But for payoff table, whichever unit you bring on board, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we must have it being held. Okay. So in this case, ladies and gentlemen, somebody is giving me a figure of 118.8. I want my figures to be in terms of what year? I want my figures to be in terms of thousands. So Mengich tells me 118.8. Thank you very much. Let us go first of all for the perfect matches. So perfect matches, let's go to number 6. Perfect matches. Perfect matches number 6, I can see it's 1800 vis-a-vis 1800. So here I'll have 1800 times 210 minus 1650 into 138. Can somebody give me these perfect matches? Number 6, what do we have there, somebody? Number 6, perfect matches. So that I can get them out of my way. I would want to keep them out of my way. The perfect matches, I would want to keep them out of my way. Ah, 1800, sorry. Thank you very much. 1800. It's a perfect match. First of all, we get the perfect match. Yeah, thanks, Liz, that is what, it was a mistake, but I've been able to change that. Thank you very much. So for number 6, what figure do we have perfect match? 129.6. I want my figures to be in shillings thousands. Payoff table in shillings thousands. So please go to number 11. Go to number 11. Somebody give me the one of number 11 very fast. Perfect matches first. Perfect matches. I would want to get rid of them. So we have number 11. So number 11 is a perfect match between 1950 and 1950. So I'll take 1950 here times, I've forgotten my price, I've forgotten my price, was it 210? My price per bracelet was 210 minus 1950 times 138. I hope you are seeing where the 138 is coming from. So somebody is giving me 140.4. So then is there somebody who has an answer for cell 16? Perfect match. Cell 16. Perfect match. Cell 16. Cell 16 perfect match. Is there anybody who has an answer for that? 151.2. Thank you very much. So could we then kindly go to cell number 2? Cell number 2, what is happening in cell number 2? Cell number 2, what is happening in cell number 2? So for cell number 2, ladies and gentlemen, cell number 2, we supply 1650, but demand is 1800. So please help me make a decision there. We supply 1650, but demand is 1800. Please help me make some decision there. So then how many will we sell? How many will we disappoint? There's some customers here who will go home empty-handed. There's some customers here who will go home empty-handed. There's some customers who will go home empty-handed. I know them, I can see them. We sell what we have. I like what Lokai is telling us. We sell what we have. So we shall sell 1650 and disappoint how many? What is the difference? 1800 and 1650. Disappoint 150. Thank you very much. Disappoint 150. So remember that this time round, there is an opportunity cost of disappointing some customers. For each customer who comes to you, he needs it, and then you tell this person, we don't have it. You lose. There is an opportunity cost of 30 bob. For every customer you disappoint, for every customer who comes to buy these things from you and it happens that you don't have them, you're going to make a loss. A loss of what here? A loss of 30. Is it 30 or 35? There's a loss you're going to make for each customer who comes to buy a bracelet from you. It comes live like this. You're going to lose. There's an opportunity cost. We've been given this opportunity cost, ladies and gentlemen, in the question. They have told us that for every customer who comes, just like how Nakumat used to tell us, if you need it, we've got it. So we go there. You can see here, but a profit of 35 per bracelet that is derived from other accessories that customers buy is also lost. So for every customer we disappoint you, right, we shall be losing 35. So then could you kindly then, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and give me the profit I expect here. So in short, I'm going to sell 1650. So 1650 that I sell, I know the selling price is 210, right? I know the cost of supplying this 1650. The cost of supplying 1650, it will be 1650 times 138. So please don't forget the disappointment figure. Don't forget the disappointment figure. Don't forget the disappointment figure. Okay, so we continue. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. What have we said here? That we are going to sell 1650 at 210 minus 1650 times 138, but don't forget to deduct the opportunity cost. Don't forget to deduct the opportunity cost of the customers who will run away without our stuff. Now, those customers who run away without our stuff. Don't forget. So somebody is giving me a figure of how much? Somebody is giving me a figure here, a figure of how much? 113.55. Now, ladies and gentlemen, could we kindly go to number 3? What about 80? Let me see the 80. The 80. No, I've known. The 80 Omar will not apply in this regard. The 80 applies when the demand is less. When you have got an oversupply. We are told number 2, should the company overpurchase, then it is expected that we'll be able to dispose of the surplus bracelets at 80. Yani, ukiwa na samaki wale 10, wateja wamekuja wawili. So the excess fish that we are not able to sell is what you will be able to get another market, which will be able to accept to buy them at a very low price. Here, we are not having a situation where we have excess units. Actually, here we are running out of stock. We are running out of stock. That is why some customers are going, in these cases and gentlemen, without what here, some supplies. So cell number 3, what is happening? So for cell number 3, I would want to make this very clear. For cell number 3, we supply 1650. Right? But demand is 1950. Meaning that we shall disappoint how many? How many shall we disappoint? Customers we shall disappoint. I'm being told it's 300. And then of course we shall sell 1650. So then the profit here will be 1650 times the 210 minus 1650 we have supplied times the 138 minus the opportunity cost of the customers who will be disappointed, 300 times 35. So could you kindly give me something to write here? Number 3. So 108.3. So now I expect you to get for cell number 4. Using that same approach, give me for cell number 4. For cell number 4, Dennis is giving me 134. No, it should be reducing really. Just try again. Kigunda tells me 103. 103.05. 103.05. Just try again, Dennis. Thank you very much for giving me the first answer. Try again. If you're unable to get it, I'll show you how to get it. Because there we are going to sell just 1650. But we shall disappoint quite a number of customers there. So let us go to cell number 5. Let's go to cell number 5. So cell number 5 is quite a tricky one. Cell number 5, already Elokai has already gotten it. Lokai has gotten cell number 5. Cell number 5, I'm waiting for you to give me the profit of cell number 5. Please give me the profit of cell number 5. Talk to me. Cell number 5, what do we have? Cell number 5, what do we have? Cell number 5, what do we have? Kigunda says no, it's supposed to be 141.60. Those are the kind of arguments I like, the kind of democracy I like. Apart from Kigunda, Anthony, and Lokai, who have tried, do we have any other students who have gotten some different answers there? Would want to share with us? Number 5. So when you have an examiner, as our brother told us here, when you have an examiner who doesn't want to wish you success, they give you these kind of questions. Answers are coming in thick and fast. And this 86.1 seems to be quite famous. Quite famous. Quite famous. So then thank you very much. Allow me to do this one. So this one is cell number 5. And the cell number 5, ladies and gentlemen, for cell number 5, we have supplied 1,800, but demand is 1,650. So of course, you'll compare supply and demand, and of course, the effective one will be the lower. So in this case here, sell. So sell the lower, sell 1,650. And the perish with how much? Perish with how many? So here we had supplied 1,800, but demand is 1,650. So I can see myself having some excess quantities without customers to buy. So you're going to perish with 150. So ladies and gentlemen, perish, of course, you subtract this and this, subtract. So what is going to happen? Here, I'm not going to perish 100%, no. They have told us we shall perish in terms of getting a reduced price. A reduced price. Now listen, look at how I'm going to get my profit here. My profit will be, I have this normal stock, 1,650, which I'll be able to fetch my normal price of 210. Plus, I can see some other revenue coming from these perished items of 150. However, these ones here, I'll be selling them at how much per unit? They're talking to me. The ones in this case here, once we are not able to sell them, for example, on that particular day, we perish with them, we'll be able to fetch a lower price, 80, I'm being told, 80. So that is revenue. Minus cost, of course, I will incur cost for the entire what year? Entire supply. I'll incur a cost for the entire supply, which is 1,800 times 138. Times 138. So could you kindly give me this answer? We see who got it right. Who got it right? Let's see who got it right. Let's see who got it right. Let's see who got it right. 110.11. Is there anybody who got 110.11 from those answers you're able to see up there? Is there anybody who got 110.1? Is there anybody who got 110.1? Yes. Thank you very much. So the students who got it a little bit wrong, I'm so sure you have been able to know where you went wrong. Yes. And then take a step of faith and give me the answers to number 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Please give me all the answers now. Please give me all the answers now. Give me all the answers now, kindly. So they have given me the one of 7. 7 is 124.35. 7 is 124.35. 124.35. We have 8. 8 is 119.1. 119.1. We have 9. 9 is 101.4. 9 is 101.4. 101.4. Then we have 10. 10 happens to be 120.9. 10 happens to be 120.9. And then we have 12, 135, 135.15. Just like, ladies and gentlemen, a pastor who is trying to unite some couple in some wedding will always tell you if you see something bad, if you know anything bad, and you make like 3 announcements. Please tell us. But should you come to raise the same issues after we tie the two, then we'll never get to listen to you. The same case, I expect you to state something about these figures. If there is any figure you are doubting, please tell us. If there is any figure you are doubting, please tell us. We have a look at it. So in this case here, Omar wants us to do cell number 7. Omar wants us to do cell number 7. So for cell number 7, what do we have here? For cell number 7, ladies and gentlemen, for cell number 7, I can see the supply is 1800. The supply is 1800, but demand is 1950. So in this case here, I'm going to sell the lower, sell 1800. Here it's about disappointments. Disappoint, 150, the difference between the two. So that if that is the case, my selling will be 1800 times 210 minus 1800 times 138 minus the cost of disappointing these 150 customers. So 150 times 35. 150 times 35, could you kindly confirm that cell number 7 is 124.35? Kindly confirm that cell number 7 is 103, or rather 124.35. Please confirm very fast. Time is not on our side. Just using your calculator. Time is not on our side. If it's not correct, tell us it's not correct. And I don't mind repeating many times. Until Anthony says, correct. So Omar, are we together? Omar, are we together? $13 is 92.7. Thanks. So number 14, please keep on trying. Number 14, keep on trying. Number 14, keep on trying. Lokai gives me 112.2. The last one, cell number 15, 131.7. 131.7, ladies and gentlemen. Then what they expect us to do is to give them expected profits. So determine the number of bracelets that Maridadi Limited should order so as to maximize expected what? Profit. So then, ladies and gentlemen, these are the probabilities. I need to come and fix the probabilities on the demand. I need to come here and fix the probabilities on the demand. So we have here 0.3, we have 0.4, we have 0.2, we have 0.1. So come here and give me expected monetary values. Give us expected monetary values. So could you kindly give us those figures very first? Kindly give us those figures very first. Kindly give us those figures very fast. Expected monetary values. So how do we get this? We're taking this times probability plus. You give me an answer there. Expected profits or expected monetary value. So Mengich says 113.025. The first expected monetary value. The first expected monetary value is 113.025. From there, we have the second one. How about the second one? How about the second one? 121.65. From there, we have the third one. The third one. 120.375. How did they get this 120.375? They took the profit that we have here and then they averaged them by multiplying them with what here? With the probabilities. By multiplying them with the probabilities like that. And then we have the last ones. The last ones, what do we have? Somebody here. The last ones, what do we have? Somebody. The last one, what do we have? Somebody. The last one, 114.15. So in that regard, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have said here severally categorically that we will always work with the highest expected monetary value. So the highest expected monetary value is this one here. So this is the best EMV. And then we'll have to ask these people to sell how many bracelets? 1,800 bracelets. So the company should sell 1,800 bracelets. The company should sell 1,800 bracelets.